And welcome back to the Library Boxes of Trenton podcast, coming to you from Classics, Books, and Gifts. And I have author T.E. Williams, a.k.a. Trish Williams of Ivory Sky. We're going to talk a bit about that in segments 3 and 4 about her as an author. But right now we're focusing on the nonprofit organization Purple High Tops and Stilettos, where she is the vice president. Now, Trish, in segment 1, you were talking a little bit about the organization, about it focuses on domestic violence, and you were very candid sharing about your personal experiences with domestic violence. And I don't want to go into a lot of detail about that, but I'd like for you to share a bit about the importance of having organizations like Purple High Tops and Stilettos as an advocacy group, but also as a place where people who are victims, but also survivors, they can come together as a group.
Well, the great thing about Purple High Tops and Stilettos and groups like this is that there's unity, and a lot of women and men don't feel like they need to share, and that's one very confidential, safe haven where you can open up and tell what happened to you, and you'd be surprised at how many stories are similar. The isolation of domestic violence, the stigma behind it, it's taboo. So they don't talk to each other. My family didn't know I was being abused, nor do I feel, as close-knit as we are, I felt like I could go to them and tell them. It was a source of embarrassment for me for a long time. But when I joined the group, I started telling everybody what happened to me because it's that empowering. And so we're trying to remove this stigma, number one. Number two, we're trying to change the laws concerning domestic violence and human trafficking. There's a lot of myths involved with domestic violence, and people who have been together for a long time, who are together for time. One of the success stories that we have is that a woman who spent 20 years with a man, and he was the rule of the house, he was the breadwinner, so she didn't have much say. She recently left her abuser and moved to a whole entire other state. She felt empowered. She was only with us maybe a month or two, and she was reading and scrolling and reading and scrolling, and it made her feel she had the strength to leave and not say a word to him. So what we do is provide escape plans. So you have everything sentimental with you already together in a bag, and you jump at your opportunity to go and don't look back, and we're with you all the way to where you're going. We also provide a way for you to, when you get where you're going, communicate with that group so that they can remain safe. So, and we help you with your temporary restraining order. We help you with your getting to between the temporary restraining order and the final is a very vulnerable time, so we help you. We provide advocacy in the form of a physical person being with you, because I'm on the East Coast and we have a liaison in Texas, and we have a liaison on the West Coast, which is Shannon, and then we have another one in the North. So you're covered, and we'll drive anywhere we have to go to make you safe.
That's fantastic, and I'm glad to hear that you can take something that was a negative experience of yours to turn it around.
Yes.
So to speak, to take lemons and then to make lemonade. So kudos to you. You're welcome, and your family. And before we finish up on this segment, I know that you had spoke about the book series that you're doing, that you've got 3 of the 4 volumes done, and that you're working on the 4th one. Can you just talk about how people can get a copy of those and to support your efforts with Purple Stilettos and High Tops?
Thank you very much. Well, it's important to know that, and that I didn't mention it, but all the proceeds of these Hidden Treasures volumes supports domestic violence, supports us getting the lobbyists to understand that the laws need to be changed. I'm tired of picking up the paper and seeing on TV how someone was killed who already had an order of protection, and police don't take it seriously enough, and next thing you know, they're on the news. So we are writing letters. I'm responsible for fundraising as the Purple High Tops and Stilettos Vice President, but I'm also responsible for reaching out to lawmakers. So there's letters that we send out to Congress to let them know this is not acceptable. There's too many horror stories. too many horror stories, and you think these women and men who want to leave, they take it as a joke. So we need to enforce and remind Congress. We need to enforce the laws to be changed, and we send petitions out, and we have a 10,000 signature petition continually going out to the lawmakers to have it being taken seriously, because it could happen to any one of us. Mm-hmm. Any one of us.
And the Instagram is Purple HTNS. Purple High Tops and Stilettos. I'm with Trish Williams, who is the president of Purple High Tops and Stilettos. Sorry, vice president. Thank you for that. I love this live stuff.
Thank you.
Trish Williams, a.k.a. T.E. Williams, who's an author and also vice president of Purple High Tops and Stilettos. Jacque Howard, we're at Classics Books and Gifts in Trenton, New Jersey for the Library Boxes of Trenton podcast.